you started Run Bum Tours, so like what was your first race? Like what was going into putting on a race? Like why did you put on a race and what was it?
Yeah, 100%. So actually, it was Georgia Death Race, and
Uh,
this will be year 9 of it this year, which is awesome. God, dude, what a freaking race! Like over the years, that has just become like such a
yeah.
giant
Dude,
thing,
that's a well-known race. Like it's like when people talk about like Badwater and stuff, like they also talk about Georgia Death Race or Moab 240. Like the guy that ran Moab 240 that was on my show the other day, he he said that he like the year before he tried to do the Georgia Death Race and he couldn't finish it or something like that. Like Georgia Death Race is that's a tough race. I've heard about it, man. That's a big race
It's
too.
definitely tough, and over the years, it's gotten harder. Like the courses changed slightly, and it's been, I guess when I started race directing, I was kind of, early mid 20s, and there weren't a lot of races, man, and especially on the East Coast. So I was having to travel for a lot of races, and yes, there were so many races here, and I ran pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
There weren't as many as the East Coast is kind of 10, 15 years behind of everything else. And not necessarily in a bad way, just, in a progression way of the sport or whatever. The money's not over there. So over here. So it's just kind of, it's kind of slow to get new events and everything like that. And it
Yeah.
was, when I started, it was really cult like, it was still very underground, even though on the West Coast, it had like kind of taken off with Western states, all this shit.
Yeah.
You had a lot of these people that I know that still run here in Georgia, like Guts Ultra and Trail Running Society, awesome group of people, right? They were kind of like the only people, maybe one or two other people were putting on races in my home state of Georgia, where I still reside here in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
But I decided to put on a race because I got frankly, I got fucking tired of going out to California, to Utah, to Montana.
Yeah.
Shout out Montucky. But I got tired of going to these places and being like, you guys don't have real mountains over there. I'm just like, bullshit. I'm telling you, I've run all over the world, from Hawaii, all over Canada, all over the Alps in Europe, Central America, Caribbean, Pacific, whatever. I'm here to tell you that North Georgia mountains, and especially Western North Carolina, dude, that ain't no joke. Out west, the trails are newer and they're built more sustainably. So there's like switchbacks and stuff. A lot of trails we have here, there just are not switchbacks. And so the gradient of everything is pretty extreme. And the Georgia Death Race is the epitome of that. Like I'm pretty sure I can count how many switchbacks are on that entire race, like on one hand. Is it the most scenic thing in the world? Yeah, it's a beautiful, course. Are there any just wide open views? Like, you don't really get above the tree line there. My other races are for that. So this race, I tell people every race that I put on is a random and odd, exaggerated extension of a part of the human psyche or my personality, right? The
Mm.
Georgia Death Race is all about just evil, bad, just retaliation, just evil, nasty shit, right? So the
Yeah.
whole race, first of all, you have to carry a 1 pound hardened steel railroad spike the whole way, and people are like, why the fuck would you do that? And it's like, I don't know, because I said so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you carry the whole point of it is you carry your burden the whole race, and I give it to you right at the beginning of the race. I shake your hand, and it's kind of like the mafia, like the kiss of death, like good
Mm.
luck, now you're gonna die kind of thing. And we heckle people the whole time. It's like, hey, you're gonna die. And it's funny because people who don't understand the race or haven't been around it, who aren't in the region, are kind of like, man, why is this guy telling me I'm gonna die? And telling me all this hard. And it's like, it's just part of the experience. And at the very end of the race, you get to throw that nail into a coffin that we have, and it's like the final nail in the coffin, and you get to get an engraved spike that we hand you. So
Mm.
it's pretty freaking cool.